Alright, so it is now Thursday, or I think it's like 12:30 at night, so Friday, yay. It's a weekend, woo! Almost a weekend. So, went to look at a house today. I mentioned before that I didn't want to let you guys know any information, basically because I had no idea what to expect. I had no information. They didn't disclose anything, any issues or anything. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,200 square foot house. Not a bad deal. It was a foreclosure, which I was kind of pumped about because perfect opportunity to rehab a house, and it was going for a low price in an area of much higher priced houses. So I'm like, cool. Resale value is really good. I could fix it up, put money into it, and in 5 to 8 years sell it, make profit, or rent it, because I was thinking about renting, and then getting my retirement home set up basically. But when we went to the house, went on the outside, I'm like, my whole thing was I can put in this much money for the house and then have the extra 30 or 40,000 ish to put into remodeling it over the next few years. The outside alone would probably take about 15 to 20,000, which I did not expect. I was just thinking it was the roof. The roof needed to be replaced, the chimney needed to be fixed. That was a couple $1,000 job. The siding needed to all be redone. That was all done, or all bad. There were concrete, not the foundation, but the steps leading up to the house and whatnot. That was all, that all needed to be patched up and fixed. When we actually went into the inside of the house, there was a lot that needed to be done. All the floors needed to be ripped out. The hardwood floors needed to be resanded and fixed up. The subfloor in the bathroom sank. When you walked on it, you could feel it dip down like about an inch or two. So that needed to be fixed. Probably the whole both bathrooms needed to be gutted out and redone. We went downstairs. There was paint on the wall, so who knows when or who patched that up. The sub pump was filled with random crap. Like, these people knew they were losing the house, so they trashed the house, basically. Unfortunate that people do that, but what can you do? I mean, in this case scenario, it would have almost been better to demolish the house and start over, just because there was so much that needed to be done. So unfortunately, I did not put an offer in for this house. There was my whole thing was put in, like I said, put in about the asking price and then take another 30, 40,000 over the next few years. This one would have easily taken 60, 70, 80 grand just to fix up the whole place. And that's talking about, the only thing I can't do is the roof, plumbing, and electrical. Other than that, I can do all the finish. I can do all the siding on the outside. I could basically do everything except for those 3. So even if doing it myself, it still would have cost me that much money. Ow, box. But yeah, it was a no-go. Unfortunate. I have a question for you guys. Leave a comment section down below and let me know what your guys' phobias are. I'm very interested to learn about different people's phobias because I know a person who is afraid of birds. I know somebody who's definitely afraid of snakes. I mean, I'm afraid of snakes to an extent. I know a person who's afraid of clowns and tomatoes. Apparently tomatoes is a thing. I personally, well, snakes, yes. Heights, definitely afraid of heights. My biggest one that I just realized in the past year was that I'm deathly afraid, and I have no idea how to pronounce the name, so I'm just going to put the name like right here. But basically, I am afraid of deep, dark water. Like fear of the unknown or fear of the deep ocean, that type of thing. I'll show a picture here of what really sets me off. Just Googling this picture, and I know what picture I'm going to have. It's a picture of a ship. This picture gave me the heebie-jeebies and made me so freaking scared and nervous just by looking at this picture. So it's really interesting, and just thinking about it is getting me all weirded out. But talking about different ones got me thinking about what ones are actually classified as real and ones that aren't. Like, I think the tomato one, the clown one is real, the bird one is real. The deep sea one that I have is real. The tomato one is not. Apparently there are quite a few people though that are afraid of tomatoes and ketchup. I don't know if it was the fruit itself or the color, the feel, texture. I don't know. It's just interesting. I love hearing random trivia like that. So if you're up to it and you want to share it, put it down in the comment section below. Let me know. But tomorrow's Friday. I got work to do, so I'm going to hit the hay, watch some Home Improvement, and pass out. See you tomorrow. Alright guys, hope you're all doing well today. So it is now Friday. Not a whole lot going on during the day, obviously, with work and whatnot. But when I got home, I was really pumped. I got both my cables, so now both of my monitors are working perfectly fine. For the longest time, I had one shut off just because I didn't have a proper cord for it to hook up to the graphics card. I got two DVI to HDMI cords, so now both of them are running perfectly fine. I also got a USB tower, if you want to call it. It's basically just something that hooks up to the back of my computer through USB, but then it has 7 additional USB slots in it, and I think 2 of them are charging based. So just so I could put it on my desk and have quick access to a USB slot. I thought it was bigger when I ordered it, and then I got it, and this is what it looks like. This thing is so small. This is the Mad Catz controller that I use for some of my gaming. Look at how big that is compared to that. But it's got 2 in the front, and then the rest of them are in the back. But yeah, it's so small. It's like 3 inches, maybe 3.5 tops, from top to bottom. I thought it was much bigger. So I'm trying to tackle some of the games that I think may be a little quicker, and I got one called Strider. It's made by Capcom. It came out, I want to say 2014. Really fun game. It's a really good hack and slash game, like old school hack and slash. The only issue that I'm having is that the difficulty jumps from 0 to 100 miles an hour in like seconds with no warning, which is kind of frustrating. I like a good game, at least to me, is one that develops the character and the difficulty grows with you. So the more better you get at the game, the harder the difficulty gets, and it challenges you a little bit each time. I was able to play through the main campaign of Strider in a few hours tops. I mean, it was long, but I got really good at it. And then when I get to the last boss, I was on him for about an hour and a half, and I still couldn't beat him. And then right after him, there's a final form of him that you have to beat. So I haven't even got to the last final boss of the game. But yeah, it's, to me at least, as it progresses, it should get harder as it progresses. Where this one, not at all. That can be said differently for RPG games, games like Kingdom Hearts, where depending on how you answer questions in the beginning of the game, you can actually start off the game very slowly, and as you progress in the game, your level starts to snowball and you gain levels quicker at the end of the game, which kind of helps out more or less for, say if you're doing like Proud Mode, which is the extreme, like hardcore, hard difficulty of the game. It really helps out with stuff like that. Other than that though, the game is really fun. I'm having a blast with it. So hopefully tomorrow I can beat it. I've kind of, like if I'm getting bored with that one or frustrated, I'll switch over and I'll play Skyrim. And I'm kind of going back and forth. But yeah, so far so good. Alright guys, so it is now Sunday, May 5th. And just a really short notice call for a house. It was almost down the road, so we went and took a look at it. Really weird. Our throats, like there was way too much work that needed to be done in the house. It was 1,900 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. The owner of it was, I want to say, an elderly gentleman. We didn't see him, but we're just guessing from what we saw in the house. And he couldn't afford to keep the house going any longer. So there was a lot wrong. There were stains on the basement walls that looked like the water could have been about 2 to 3 feet high in some areas, and if it's like that through the whole basement, like that's a huge water issue. There were cracks all over the basement walls. There were foundation problems. The rest of the house was bad, and my throat is shot right now. We think there might have been mold in the house, especially in the basement, because all our throats are killing us right now. It was me, my mom, my dad, and my realtor went to the house, and all of our throats are not doing so good. Actually came home and took a shot of tequila just to hopefully kill everything on the way down. Other than that, not a whole lot going on today. I'm working on some gaming stuff. Still trying to pump through Strider. That one's taking forever. Skyrim. Having a blast with that one. Totally forgot how fun that game was. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. That's gonna do it for this video. I will see you all next time. I will keep you guys updated on the house hunt or condo hunt, depends on which one we go for first. But I will keep you guys updated with that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. Leave a like, message in the comment section, whatever you want to leave. I will see you all next time. Take care.